Band Maiko. Secret Maiko Lips. Let's go. Hey there. So we watched Bandmaid's Secret My Lips, and in the comments, many of you suggested I now need to watch this. This is Band Maiko, or Maiko, and the song is Secret Maiko Lips. It's the official video. And why don't we just watch it, and then we'll talk about it. So here we go. Wow, there's so much to unpack there. That was amazing. Let me start with uh, information that I picked up off the net. They were formed April 1st, 2018. At least that's what they say they're formed. I imagine they practiced before they did this um, as an April Fool's joke. Then they got a great response, so they came out with a mini album in 2019, April 1st. The name comes from Maiko outfits are apprentice geisha outfits, and the lyrics are based on the Kyoto dialect. So that's all I know. That's everything I know. So while we're talking about it, it put me in mind of the Beatles again, specifically Sergeant Pepper. And it's sort of what the Beatles did with Sergeant Pepper. They didn't rename themselves, nor did they pretend to be somebody else, but the entire album concept was wrapped around Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Um, that's a similar approach. Band Maiko is taking all that traditional, which is what the Beatles did with Sergeant Pepper's, because everything they did came from old music, traditional music in England, and or a traditional look, a traditional sound in many ways when they added a lot of interesting stuff to the music. Um, and this is just what Bandmate just did, only they did it. Wow. I mean, that was excellent. Absolutely excellent. One other thing I thought of was Badfinger, the band Badfinger. And the reason I thought of them was many people thought when that band came out and the Beatles had broken up recently that this was a reinvention of the Beatles because they sounded so much like them. So there's precedent for this kind of thing, especially with the Beatles, but with other bands as well, where there's sort of a remake and what do you think of us when we look like this? To get a point across, I imagine, or to get a different feel to a song they've written or a set of songs that they've written. So, I mean, we can explore this Beatles thing again, but on its own, standing on its own, because it's Bandmate, and this is 2024, or at least it was 2018 then. It has nothing to do with the Beatles in that regard. And I'm not trying to associate them, say, oh, they got the idea. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this is another interesting aspect of the way Bandmate approaches their music, their composition, their presentation. So we'll dig into that maybe a little further as we go along. I wanted to let you know that I have found some software. I don't know yet if I'm going to get it. That's going to allow me, without buying a real expensive machine, to split tracks out. The downside of that so far, I've played with it, is you can't split guitars. There's one guitar because it's AI driven. So if you hook up electric guitar track, it's both guitars on there if there's two guitars. But other than that, we can take Akane's drums and split them out. Wouldn't that be interesting? Same for Misa's bass. Hit the like and subscribe, please. It helps me out. Also, if you want to help support this channel, you can do so at cupofcoffee.com, or you can go to Patreon, where I have one tier set up so far. There'll be a second shortly. And all of that will be in the description box. Thanks for dropping by. This is a lot of fun. We'll take a look at the other Band Maiko song shortly. But for now, hope you have a great rest of the week. I'll see you later. Bye now.